Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Eldritch Horror Season 3, Episode 7. We're playing Under the Pyramids. Technically, we stopped Nephrim Ka by making the three mysteries, actually by beating the adventure scenario. But just because there's still that extra mystery that's open there, I kind of went ahead and let the game go a little bit longer. So we're kind of in extra innings here, sort of the extra credit round. So let's get into it. This is turn 7. We basically will try to knock out this haunter in the dark. I think that's our goal here. But in the process, we've lost Harvey Walters. So I guess the first action what we'll do here is we'll have... we are going to have Monterey Jack go to the pyramids, which you can do as at the turn. It doesn't take any move for this, right? And then this is not part of an action, right? And then also local paths is not an action. So this he gets to go from. That pyramid is the pyramids, right? So then he will take a move here where he will collect Harvey's stuff. So we'll read out this. This is the end of poor Harvey Walters, the professor, archaeology professor. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Monterey Jack failed out of one of Harvey's classes at Arkham, right? And now he finds his old professor in Rome. You find Harvey's belongings in a neat pile in a ruined house. Gain all his belongings. Whatever the cult had been doing here, Harvey had mopped it up all up, taken out the dark relics. After that, he disappeared. The police refused to share the information without some convincing. So let's roll some convincing. You learn that Harvey has taken over the cult and prepare for worse. Retreat doom by 1. If you fail, you are unprepared for Harvey's key mine, whether you pass or not. Discard his investigator token. So we discard his investigator token, but we keep his belongings. So into the rubbish bin of history with you. Unceremoniously finished, but now his belongings all belong to Monterey Jack. The kind of like he's become the what's that guy's name in Indiana Jones? Belloc. He's become the Belloc of the story. And so now, so the next thing is next move is Monterey will take the boat to London, and he will stop his turn there in London and return that to the bin. We'll also have Sister Mary do the pyramids, and she will also cash in a boat token. She will cash in. I took her token before. She'll cash in her boat token, and she will get to go to London as well. So they're both in London. What does she have? For your success, you may discard 1 madness condition. Yeah, she had that interesting. Sister Mary has that lose a madness condition, but it wasn't her action turn, so she wasn't able to happen during the encounter and the Mythos Phase. So she wasn't able to sort of save. It's weird. She had that skill. So Harvey went from 8 to 1 to 0. So that's that tragedy of Harvey there. So let's wrap this up with a London encounter, and we'll get that from here. So we're in encounter phase. You learn much from studying a stranger's collection of statuary. Gain 1 clue. You have to ask him to let you leave. So we will roll that. and pass. If you pass the cats, London, sorry. If you pass, you depart with a gift. Gain 1 treasure map unique asset. Okay, so great. We will gain a treasure map unique asset. So we'll check for that. And let's go to the Mythos Phase. So now Mythos Phase, we're in stage 2. These Mythos cards are much tougher now. So as you can see, unknown dangers. You now have to ask, you now have asked too many questions. As you have studied, you have been studied, and new dark forces will punish your curiosity. Investigators as a group lose a total of health and sanity equal to the number of clues on the game board. So we have 2 clues on the game board, so we each can lose 1 item. So I will have both of them will lose 1 health point, and that's pretty clean. Okay, so next we have to advance the reckoning. For every gate, there's no gate here. Is there a gate here? Yes. For the reckoning phase, we advance the omen for advance doom by 1 for each gate, so we're down to 10. And next we have to do a monster surge. So again, the monster surge is 2 monsters. They come up on Cairo. So Cairo is now falling to monsters. Dark Young, Occultist, and a Thrall are now surged there. And finally we'll spawn a clue. So we'll get the clue bag out and spawn a clue. And I know this is extra credit, so let's just go to turn 8 as well. Look at that, I got 8 on turn 8. Okay, let's go to turn 8 as well. So we can continue on here. So let's prepare for battle here. So let's, first of all, so first of all, let's check out what kind of actions we have. We can re-roll the dice when it comes to madness. We have an additional die. We have +5 to mind, and she has our holy water for combat. So these are all helpful. And then Jack has got his Ankh. He's got his ritual candle. He's got the ally. He's got his ally. He's got the trapezoid. Choose 1 monster on any space. Roll a 5 or 6. And attack that monster. So let's just go ahead and we'll get some. Let's do a rest for each of them so they can heal up that point. We'll also have her do her check for her rests, so she can open the chest. She can try to open the chest, so she'll roll, and she opens the chest. She passes it. She can gain an artifact. So she gains an artifact, which is you may discard 1 monster on a space of your choice containing a gate. Okay, so that's an extra one that she's got. But then she has 1 more. She has the stone tablet, which she does as a rest. And she passes that one. And this one gives her gain a focus, another focus for her. Okay, so let's have them both move now onto the Haunter in the Dark. and fight this creature. So let's just double read this. It says, when this card, if the investigator would gain an artifact, he may gain the shining trapezohedron instead. If the epic monster is not in the space unless he has the shining trapezohedron. At the end of the Mythos phase, if the haunter is defeated, solve this mystery. So I think we can fight it in a... it's investigators +2, so it has a toughness of 4. Let's have Mary go first on this. She can roll her check, and she gets +5 to mind, so she passes the mind, and she gains +5 to strength, and she has a +1 to strength here. So that will be 5. Okay, so we can roll these. She gets 1, 2, 3. Damage is equal to 2 + 1, so it takes 3 damage. So let's put a 3 heart on this to represent its damage. And then we can pass it over to Monterey Jack. So with the shining trapezohedron, he can also try to just do the roll of a 5 or 6, and he gets a 6, and discard the monster. So basically he can just kill the monster, right? So and then just, let's just roll his will test just in case. So he takes a will damage from that, and we'll also just kind of hammer it home with this +2 his strength. He will re-roll. He's get 1. That's all he needed was 1 for 4. Okay, so that leaves the Haunter in the Dark is defeated. And at the end of the Mythos phase, if the Haunter Dark is defeated, we solve that. So all we have to do is, I guess we can have an Arkham encounter. Let's just have them have a shared Arkham encounter. I know we're way over the limit here with extra credit, but an old man escorts you in the streets, claiming he has stolen one of the treasures from the fine museum's Legacy of the Pharaohs. He offers you a price. You gain a dark pack condition to gain 1 clue. No thanks. We don't need to have that. So Arkham encounter completed. Let's move to the Mythos phase, which I believe we are still in stage 2. The Weight of Erevus, Avarice. The Weight of Avarice. Each investigator discards half of his items possessed, then loses 1 health for each item possession he has. So he has to lose half of his possessions. So he will get rid of... so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has to lose 6 possessions. So he will lose the Ancient Tome, the Magnifying Glass, and the Ritual Candles. And he will keep 3. So he loses 3 health. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. So she takes 3 items away also. So she will lose the tablet, the stone tablet, and the stone chest. And she will also lose 3. So she's down to 2 health. Let's see the next thing. The next one is we move the reckoning. There are no gates open with that reckoning. We will remove, with that omen, there are no gates open. We will remove one of these, and we will add a insanity token and remove insanity tokens from both characters, so they're still sane. And then sanity, we discarded an Eldritch token, and lastly we will spawn a gate on Antarctica, and the gate spawning will have one monster, a cultist. End of the Mythos phase. End of the third. If the monster is defeated, this is mystery is solved. So we've solved Nephrim Ka. Right? When Nephrim Ka awakes, he does not awake. 3 mysteries have been solved. Investigators win the game. Let's do a quick. Let's do a quick reading just from Forgotten Endings. So let's pretend the final mythos. So let's just pretend the final mythos didn't come through. And we'll end it on this, and then we'll finally read off the Nephrim Ka victory, special victory condition. Abject despair. It says desperate measures. Abject despair clutches your heart. You can feel something otherworldly gnawing at the edges of reality. You know that it's breaking through, and it will all be for nothing. But how far will you go for one more chance? To what terrible depths will you be willing to sink to return for just one more dare? Event. Roll a die. If the result is equal to or lower than the number of investigators on the board, the lead investigator must choose one investigator to be devoured. Do not discard this Mythos card. Place it face down on the top of the Mythos deck, and so that it will be drawn again in the next Mythos phase. So the idea is you take this final Mythos card, right? You do not discard it. You return it to the top of the deck after you kill an investigator. So really, in the end, all your investigators will be gone in 3 turns. So this is how Final Mythos works. That's pretty cool. Just wanted to read one of those. But let's go to our actual game ending. So in the world where we lost, we could have done Final Mythos. Let's check out the Nephrim Ka unique victory, because we actually went and destroyed him. So this one is Nephrim Ka victory. We had the special condition in which we won both this and this. So I'll call that a unique victory. We defeated the monster, so let's call the Adepts of the Starry Wisdom. Nephrim Ka does not awaken, correct. So Adepts of Starry Wisdom. It's yours now. A powerful alien artifact, as ancient as the earth itself. Adepts of Starry Wisdom Church created an entire organization for the study of the shining trapezohedron, but failed, and therefore resurrected Nephrim Ka in order to extort at least some information from him. But you found out something accidentally on your own, and more will you use it to destroy the awakened evil. You enter the hall holding a black and red crystal in front of him. Nephrim Ka freezes. This is the last thing he's looking at from the moment he awoke. But before he can do anything, you hold your flashlight to the crystal, and after a few seconds, a red ray beam from it, burning Nephrim Ka, beams from it, burning Nephrim Ka to ashes. So in this universe, it's sort of like Nephrim Ka appears in Arkham, right? And he wakes up from his sarcophagus, sort of like sent over from there, and we wake him, and the trapezohedron, we shine our flashlight through it, and a red beam of light turns him to ash. Once upon a time, he kept the artifact in a dark crypt with a system of mirrors, performing sacrifices to Nyarlathotep in the same way. And now he fell from his own terrible weapon. Hey, that's a pretty cool ending. I like that one. The Adepts of the Starry Wisdom, Nephrim Ka. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll be doing more Eldritch Horror gameplays. I'm going to play every great old one eventually. So cheer me on. Thank you. I'll be reading your comments below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.